All right, good evening, guys. Ken at Tortoise Capital, nightly strategy podcast for December 4th, 2023. Just a moment. All right, good evening, guys. Ken at Tortoise Capital, the strategy podcast for December 4th, 2023. This is the current timeline for the Research 2023 program. This Sunday, we already had Damien's completed his check in, and then we did Bill Scheit with some work on the three concepts of mine that he has applied most effectively, the use of the RL10 and the PSAR, momentum, and then moving averages. So, very good briefing. And I gave an hour long presentation on some top level learning moments that ties together our workshops and our learning techniques and the community practice. And then Jeff did just a brilliant job of documenting the lessons learned from a 10-month research project where he conducted 700 intraday trades while fighting fires in Utah and supervising a flight of firefighting aircraft that had flown from Texas to Utah to support. And he was doing the Ableway Technologies Kata 2 Challenge and the Creativity 202 course. And it was quite an amazing briefing and very good discussions, about a 90-minute session. And that whole session and the Q&A is recorded and posted in under his tab. So if you go to Jeff's work, you click on his work in progress, and this gives you the original version of his briefing, some supporting materials, and then the Q&A portion here is the one that added my commentary and his answers to questions from the students, and then some PDFs of his slide deck. So just some great work by the team this weekend. Okay. All right, let's shift to the regularly scheduled program, beginning with the hybrid swing portfolio on 30-minute charts, beginning as always with Alcoa. 30 minutes. As always, the yellow box represents today's price action. So Friday we had a nice run. We closed it. It continued to roll over. We got short on an owl entry with a standard risk box, cashed it at the end of the day in the usual way for 3R. Well planned, well executed. AI, we closed the long for 2R. Amazon, we got short on a collapsing dragon, standard risk. It ran all the way down to 143. We got it at the when it came back and hit the VWAP for 1R. Caterpillar, we closed the two position long after the big gap down hit the PSAR. That was enough. We wanted to keep that in play, and thankfully that was good enough to avoid the recovery all the way back to the Bollinger Band mean, which would have turned this into a negative trade. As it was, we collected 5R. That's the difference in a decision now rather than here. That's 30 minutes later, and that makes a difference. Cliff, we closed two of the three open positions last Friday. We kept one overnight, over the weekend. That started to it gapped up and started to roll over, so we cashed it in the middle of the dragon, and that was a reasonable additional 3R. CVS took an owl entry in the usual way for an R, cashing it after it crossed the Bollinger Band main and started to reverse. That was enough to capture 1R. Didn't want to let it get all the way to the Dragon. Wanted to preserve an R. Disney, no trade. Dish, scratch on a Kata 2. Devon Energy. Collapsing Dragon in the midday. Weakness in energy. This is lower highs and continuing to fail for half an hour. Electronic Arts, no trade. This is Emerging Markets. Collapsing Dragon, 1R. It was a sharp rundown and then just drifted back in and hit the edge of the Dragon right there. Ethereum, our entry on the Kata 2 from last Friday, which closed here, gapped all the way up and then held. So we're holding 1, 2, 3, 4R on one position, and I'm really liking that one. If we zoom out and look at that one on the daily, that's looking pretty good, fellas. If we look at the 3-day, looking very good. 9-day, looking great. So our entries on the initial swings were back here at 7. So that's 160% return. We'll take it. Let's see here. Mexico. This is an owl entry short. So we closed the Friday position on the gap down, and then an hour later it continued to collapse. So we took the owl when the R30 rolls over. When that rolls over and the Dragon rolls over, that's your owl entry. 1, 2, 3, exit for 1R. Brazil. We closed. This one was, we were holding 3R, and it was a 2R adverse gap, so we were able to preserve 1R on Friday's entry. And then when the bottom fell out, we reversed here, went basically the same price level that this would have failed. This is, I delayed the entry to here, and then I collected 2R in the usual way at the skin of the Dragon. Intel, collapsing Dragon short for 1, you catching it on the recovery back to the VWAP. IP, scratch. Real estate, the Friday entry, which was an emerging Dragon and closed well, just continued to grind higher. I like that. We're at 4R and holding. Coke, we closed the long position when that started to fail, hit the PSAR, exited in the usual way for 1, 2, 3. Real estate, I'm sorry, regional banks, I should say. Added a second position on the Kata 2 continuation, holding that one over the overnight. 2, 3, 5R on the first one, 2R on the second one. That's 7R on 2 positions. Mattel, holding 1R on the second day swing. McDonald's, we had, this one scared the crap out of me. We had 4 positions on it. It really didn't go anywhere, and then as the R10 turned to the fall, I was just happy to get out of that one with a really good trade, clearing the deck on 4 positions. I really was uncomfortable with that one. That was probably 20R, as we recall from Friday, because we were able to gain from the close an additional R, and I think this was 16R on Friday. Merck, the 3 positions long, 2 positions long from Friday and Wednesday. We added a third one on the emerging Dragon this morning. It rose up, and then when the R10 rolled over, was again happy to get out of this one. All 3 positions when it hit the top skin of the Dragon. Big win, probably 12R. Microsoft, collapsing Dragon short, captured 1. Marijuana, this was a rocket ship blast off, ran all the way up here to 755, started failing as fast as it was running, was able to preserve 2 of the 4 on the gift, and that was enough. NVIDIA, scratch on the collapsing dragon. Clean energy, second day continuation. It's grinding. My stop tomorrow will be at the PSAR, but that's holding 3R on 2 days. Rivian, we closed the SSC when it came through the dragon for 2R. The S&P today was mostly initial weakness, then some grinding for a bit of a recovery, but still a negative day. Treasuries, sideways. Tesla, no trade. Walmart, I initiated long on the SSC, and it's holding half an hour. I just feel like the Christmas sales should really benefit Walmart, so we're going to speculate on that one. This one is U.S. Steel. So we've had 2 positions for like 5. This was the 5th day, continuing to grind and doing well. And these are really deep in the money on the entries. So I'm just going to let this one continue to cruise. I'm going to use the Bollinger Band mean on this one because that still has the second position is 2R in the money with an exit at the Bollinger Band mean. So I'm going to convert that one to a long-term keeper. We'll see how that goes this week. Let's see. Here's 4 sniper trades of the day. I tell you, let's go with this. Let's go with the traders first. This is Hamad, basically scratched today on the Euro Kiwi. This one, short. I'd like to see you get out in here, I think, but I can live with that PSAR flip. Then this one, I'd like to see you capture up in here to offset the loss, because that looks pretty symmetrical. I hate coming out of that thing with a net minus 0.2. So I think you want to be mindful of the psychology of that one. Your short position here at the PSAR flip, better entry than this. That would have made this a positive trade. This is a great re-entry, good capture, good re-entry, good capture. So I just think we got a little loose inside here. Oops, let's see. Good commentary on your AARs about letting the market settle for the first 30 minutes. I agree with you. Your trading the last week has been much more relaxed, so that's a very good sign. And why is this giving me... Mouse is acting funny. Not funny, mouse. All right. Amazon, he brings in 2.8R, gets a scratch. Takes the PSAR flip short for 0.4. Enters the SSC long, second position, nice exit for 2.7. Quick scratch, micro gain, 2.8, very relaxed, starting to find his stride. That's a good thing. Ilker. Basically grinding through Amazon, missing some of these better Kata 2 entries, and this in between step is hurting you. If you hit this one, then that doesn't get you out, and then you get a second position, and then exit here, and then you bring home a couple R. This is reasonable in through here. Alcoa, much better, 1.8 R. The OR3 was a span of control issue, but that's your normal play. Gets paid, gets paid, gets paid. Quick scratch, gets paid. Couple quick losses. This stop and reverse was what made the day. Getting paid in big and small. Looking good for 1.8. Then he brings in 1.6 in Intel with the same kind of careful attention and willingness to get right back in when the signal demands. He's always on the front foot. Really masterful work on Tesla, taking your measured shots, and this is just really well done all the way through here. And that's not even catching the big fat part of the move right here. That's still 5R, so you were around 9R for the day. George, quick scratch, can't short GBTC because it's a exchange traded note that doesn't allow you to go short, but Bitcoin itself could have been shorted in there. Excellent SSC, second position, now gets paid, beautiful reentry, quick scratch. This one is about, let's see, 5.5. That's about 5.5 on Bitcoin. This is Kevin streamlining his AAR structured note sheet. This one, just notice, yeah. Get rid of the phone. Yes. Yes. That could have been the third position. Then your exit would have been here. And that would have been 2, 3, 4. That it would have been +6. That's what the phone call cost you. I would not like this to go negative. I think we want to at least scratch. Then we're slow getting in here. I think you can take that off the Dragon. You took it off the RL10, which is fine. And then this one, we gave back 80% of the value. This is supposed to work right away, and halfway through the day, and it's below the VWAP, 1, 2, and I'm out and stop and reversing here instead of here. And this could have been, instead of -2, this one could have been +4 with this improvement and that improvement. This is my brother on Alcoa with the 30-minute. This is from Friday, crushing it, and had a nice cushion of market's money. Today, added the third position, then takes the all out for massive quantities. This is about, let's see, 2, 4, 5, 3, and 1. That's 9R on that one. And then yeah, and then after the afternoon move, the PSAR flip, 2R battle drill, 2R battle drill, and all out going into the close for 9R. So that's a total of 18R, 9 in each direction on Alcoa. And Alcoa trades like a young tech giant instead of a boring old aluminum company. So that's pretty nice. Nice work, young fella. Hey, I just sent you 7 books to post on the Owl Group bookstore.
I
Those
have
are
them.
those
They
are
will be
the
loaded up.
yeah, those are the legacy books, just as they are, warts and
Yep.
all. And the entire bundle can go for $29.97,
Yep.
$29. I put the individual prices in the emails.
And
But
you want the Foundation's ebook in there too?
no, that's its own book.
Okay, it's its own book. Got it.
Because
So,
yeah, those 7 books are mine.
yep.
The other one is ours. Okay.
Okay. Just wanted to clarify.
Yeah. Let's see where we are today. Yeah. So today was kind of a neutral day. The good news was that it did not fail. Now we didn't get as much upward movement as we wanted, but it was a placeholder day, and I consider it a positive thing that the market did not fail. But just look how large the 30-day range is compared to the compression of the 10-day. This is becoming like a Z3 pinch here pretty soon, and the breakout in either direction is going to be significant this week. I think this is the week of the breakout. It tried a little bit, but the recovery brought it back to the midpoint on the 30-minute. We are still in bullish quiet. Favorable volatility for the long side. Emerging markets is showing a buy on dip opportunity. Lots of breakouts to the upside on strength in some large caps. Today it was the industrials like and consumers like Home Depot, 3M, Pfizer, and Texas Instruments. In the ETFs, it was real estate, regional banks, and the small caps. Then mid caps, marijuana, and clean energy. So it was not tech leading the way today, which is actually pretty healthy for the market. Some of these other things are following through. Just a handful of squeezes, including Caterpillar, which I'm loving right now. Um, Equal mix between summer and fall. All other things being equal, I want the things in the summer, like small caps, real estate, diamonds, and metals, to continue to lead the way. So I'm looking for strength in there first because they did not come back into the fall. Come on, mouse. So just a couple things were weak today. The Intel and Microsoft, I look at those as buying strength on a dip. I'm stalking that for a COTA 2 style reentry for old school tech. Meanwhile, the rotation was into the non-tech Main Street guys again, like Merck, Home Depot, Nike, U.S. Steel, Johnson and Johnson, and so forth. The financials actually did pretty good today. J.P. Morgan and Goldman, and you see that also reflected in XLF, looking solid all the way across the board, and haves and the have-nots in terms of green and red. And that's everything we want to cover for today.
Hey Ken, if you would
Yeah,
take a look at Ethereum on a 9-day chart.
yeah,
This is just the second leg up.
right.
This
Oh
thing
yeah,
can go.
it's free and clear.
It's ready to go, people, and it's
Yeah,
only at 18 now. It could go to 44.
yeah. I mean, what
Just
this
saying.
is the this was the first generation of 4 explosive moves, and then the massive sell-off because of FTX, and then the debasement of crypto. And this long grinding year has been just the actual economic benefit of Ethereum into digital finance, and
Yeah,
it's in that second position. And so this is long-term value being built.
yeah.
This is well past the panic. So, yeah, these are interesting prices psychologically to get to, but this really is just saying this is the long-term upward growth phase as this matures and they start finding reasons to to use it. I just look at it more like this: is I'm not even really looking at the left side of the chart
Yep.
past this. I just think it's
The other one that you had mentioned about, oh geez, a year ago, GFOF,
yeah,
Global Future of Finance,
yeah.
that has just gone on the 3-day into summer, and it's about to flip on the 9. So you heard it here first, folks.
Yeah,
Just want to say,
yeah, yeah. It's just starting
so
to explode.
yeah, it's so
So if it can get above this hump here,
yeah,
1750 is kind of the key. So it's a tactical
yeah,
trade from here to 1750, and after 1750, it looks, then
yeah, it
the troublesome period is over.
yeah, it can you can get it. Who knows?
Yep. All right.
Who knows? Just wanted to, those disruptors are starting to look good again to people. So just
Yep. All
wanted
right.
to throw it
That's.
out there.
I think that's everything we got. The next um, research Q&A sessions are on Thursday at 7 p.m.
Yep,
in this room. So
good deal.
uh,
Um, so the book buying event for those that want to do it is on the 11th between 11 and 1 on Amazon, and we're gonna do the Kindle book. And it's gonna be $4.97 for that day because we want to generate interest and try to get the new bestseller status, so we can put that on the revision 1 copy of the book. So if you have an extra $5 out there, anybody in the sound of better voice, we'd appreciate your patronage. So,
hey, if you bought the book already and didn't know we were going to do that, which you shouldn't know because we didn't tell you, I'll
I
give
just
you. Yeah, but a bunch of people bought that book, not knowing we were going to sell it, the ebook for $5 because I didn't know we were going to do that. So if you're in the sound of my voice and you've already bought the book, I'll give you 5 to 1 as a coupon on any of our workshops. I'll give you 10 to 1 on our any of our workshops as a way of saying sorry about that. All right, that's
yeah.
everything we got for today.